Hi guys, my name is Harry Yotis. I've been a professional trader for 20 years now. Started way back in 2005, and right now I'm trading my own account, and things are looking pretty good, especially today. Well, not for everybody. Big news of the day: MicroStrategy and Bitcoin got hit hard coming into the weekend. It was actually I can't really tell when. I think it was early. This is the Bitcoin chart. I think it was early on in the day, but we'll get to Bitcoin and MicroStrategy later on. We have a lot to talk about there. First, let's talk about the SPY, the S&P 500. We always talk about where the market is going and what we think is really happening under the hood of this market. Well, as you can see, the technical picture is still very bullish. Okay, so here we are. This is Monday, December 1st, the first of the month. We ended November very strong. So this to me is still in a bullish configuration. If we bring in our moving averages, you see that we're trading above the 50 today on Monday, December 1st. And we were talking about the bullishness of this market right back here, but it really turned quote unquote technically bullish with this candle here where it closed above the 50, and we were hoping that it consolidated above the 50 for at least a week or so, and it looks like it's going to do that. Okay, so this configuration is bullish. However, we are not out of the woods yet because we still have to break this line here, the 685 on the SPY. It has to be broken because technically we have 1, 2, 3 lower highs. Okay, so we break this to the upside, it breaks this pattern, and we can really say that we are in full-born technical bull mode for the S&P 500. Okay, so as we sit right now, I still expect a rally to the end of the year. My target being 700 to 720. Might not get there. Okay, we don't really care about those specific targets as long as it keeps going up. And yes, that's it. It's bullish technically. So let's move on to the big news of the day, which is Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin. This is Monday. It was looking pretty good. Look, you can see on Saturday and on Sunday nothing really happened, but Monday the news came out that was big. What came out that this twittered? Well, Bitcoin and by proxy MicroStrategy. As you can see, this is the MicroStrategy chart. Let's bring it up here. This is Monday, okay? Huge volume day with a huge wick. We'll get to that later, but first let's go specifically into Bitcoin. Big drop on a Monday, dropped like almost 5%, okay? Have a big drop right here. And the news was like threefold. We got hit with 3 news events. Pick which one is the one that affected Bitcoin. It could be all 3, okay? First, we had the exclusive Bank of Japan preps markets for near-term hike as weak yen overshadows the politics. So we were talking about before that the politics of Japan with a new prime minister that was coming in was very bullish. It was very dovish for rates. She wanted to increase growth and lower rates. Well, the Bank of Japan here is saying that hey, we might have to possibly increase rates because the yen is getting smoked. Okay, and if you see the yen here, Japanese yen, US dollar. This is the US dollar chart and the Japanese yen. So that as it's going up, it means the yen is getting devalued because now the US dollar could buy more yen. So one US dollar buys 155 yen, whereas in October, it bought 150. So you could buy more yen with $1, so it's getting devalued. So they don't like this because the Japanese, that is, because, that's inflationary. A weak currency is very inflationary, okay? So you had that news coming out of Japan. So they want to possible interest rate hike as soon as next month, okay? But that's just, you don't know. it's all politics because we've seen this back and forth. Then the prime minister will come in, put pressure on them, and then maybe they're going to say, oh, we're not going to hike next month. So that's one piece of news that said, like, Bitcoin's going to get killed because, if they start tightening, that means not enough free money left. So they're not going to buy Bitcoin, yada, yada. Okay. However, what really brought out the big guns was, shot number 2. Bank of Japan was shot number 1. Shot number 2 is MicroStrategy admits a Bitcoin sale is possible. Why would he say that? I don't understand. So here you have MicroStrategy CEO Fong Lei has for the first time acknowledged that the company could sell its Bitcoin holdings under specific crisis conditions. Why would you even say that? But then the chairman, Michael Saylor, comes up and says, we'll never sell, because he realized his CEO might have sparked the sell-off in the stock. So you have that news. You have MicroStrategy specific news on Bitcoin selling. That's not good for Bitcoin. You have the Bank of Japan, and you had China coming out with an attack number 3 on Bitcoin, saying that China declares war on the cryptocurrency again, stable coins in the crossfire. Basically, the central bank issued fresh warnings after detecting a surge in speculative trading in cryptocurrencies. The People's Bank of China here wants to intensify its crackdown on digital assets. Okay, so you had these 3 pieces of news hitting the market on Monday for Bitcoin. You get smoked 5%. Okay, so but let's get into the technical picture here. We saw this was a capitulation event, a little rebound, and this looks like almost like a bear flag waiting for the next drop. But you see, like the RSI here, if we continued lower, it would probably have positive divergence. Like we would go lower, but this would be higher. So positive divergence, it's a technical, technical strategy or technical look whereby it posits that because these technicals are in opposite directions, that the selling is getting weaker and weaker as the price is dropping. So that will probably necessitate a breakout. And we also had a bullish crossover here on the PPO, which is like the MACD. Okay, so you have some technical lights or technical positives that would say that this selling in Bitcoin might be close to an end. We don't know. So it's up in the air. I am personally not in Bitcoin. I have a Bitcoin related position in Mara, but I think it might lose money. We don't know. But for me, because of this capitulation sell-off, the SPY came back because of the extreme negative sentiment. I just didn't think that Bitcoin would come back as fiercely, and it hasn't. So I didn't really pick Bitcoin to play this bump in SPY that I saw coming. But if you were to play Bitcoin, let's look at the MicroStrategy chart after that destruction of an article. Okay, we had a huge down day here, a huge volume down day. It was down 3%. But with this wick, tells you that it made a comeback. It's coming back. Okay, and we're really oversold here. You can see it's a slight negative divergence after this lower low, and this is a higher low here. So you have some technical issues saying that technical indicators saying that this could be a low before it goes back up. Okay, so that could be something. However, I will be this is interesting because I will be looking, if this continues, to maybe enter an opportunistic long on MicroStrategy going forward. I haven't yet, but this looks like it might be a good time to enter some, maybe another sell a put spread on this going forward. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't really decided yet. Okay. If you look at the other crypto stocks like Mara, this is performing better than MicroStrategy because it's still a higher low. But Mara came back. It was only down 2.4% on the day. And what was MicroStrategy? MSTR was down 3% on the day. Not bad. For Bitcoin down 5%, you expect these stocks to be down at least 5 to 10%. I would say 10%. So they're sort of showing that the selling is getting a little bit tired. And of course, our preferred play on it, if you want to play it, I'm not, is CleanSpark. Okay, this has rallied almost like with the market. Okay, this is the better crypto stock going forward. It has rallied from 970 to like 14. That's like a, what, 40% return? That's good. Okay, so this is the preferred vehicle, although this one is down 6.75% today. So it's down more than the rest. So in conclusion for the Bitcoin move is that this could be a technical bottom if we get some negative divergence and the technicals going in, but I just don't see much upside going in. I'm personally not playing it. For MicroStrategy, I'm looking now to enter it from the long side, just for a little pop, a trade. And I do have Mara, but I don't think that's going to be a winner. So for me, what really pops is the market, which I am still bullish. And of course, let's look at our precious metals plays. Look at silver. Just to touch base on it, we had the breakout on Friday, and today we're continuing. This is what I want to see. I want to see this silver breakout hold here on the highs for at least a week, and we're getting that today. Let's see going forward. And gold, same thing, holding. This is almost a breakout, like cup and handle type thing, a very low cup and handle. If it breaks these levels, let's mark it here. If it breaks this level, or you can, this is the high, but if you use the close, it has broken through. Okay, but I like to use the high. It doesn't really matter. The thing is, it's bullish right now, fundamentally, and the technicals are supporting it. So we have our precious metals doing well, which is, by the way, in this bull market going forward, my highest conviction trade is the precious metals, gold and silver. The next one are general market stocks. We played it with Microsoft. I did a Shopify trade and didn't really mention it, but I did a number of market stocks that are performing well, and I am not really into the Bitcoin pop going forward. I just think it's not as lucrative as the rest. But if you were to play the Bitcoin, remember, it's CleanSpark that is probably the one that'll do it for you. So that's it, guys. Thank you for joining me on this daily update. I'll see you tomorrow for another one. If this helped, please like and subscribe to this channel. And of course, drop a comment on below and I will try to answer any question you guys have. So S&P 500 bullish, looking good. And I'm looking forward to the beginning of December. Let's hope we get that Santa Claus rally. Later, guys.